This is Kevin's Cavalcade of Cinema. See the movies I like, and nothing else.
We're not going home right now.
Stupid monkey. He'll learn who's boss soon enough.
Welcome to the Cavalcade of Cinema. I'm your host, Kevin Pilati, and today we review the last summer blockbuster worth caring about, Rise of the Planet of the Apes. Rise of the Planet of the Apes is a prequel, or reboot, or preboot, of the 1968 science fiction classic Planet of the Apes. While that film was made popular by outstanding makeup, for that time period anyway, and a memorable performance by Charlton Heston as a fish out of water being hunted by monkeys, Rise of the Planet of the Apes is likely to be remembered for its exquisite use of motion capture technology that brings our new ape overlords to life. For those who don't recall, Planet of the Apes was a story about a world ruled by, you guessed it, apes. Charlton Heston played an astronaut that landed on a foreign planet, was terrorized by its simian inhabitants, and then found out, spoiler alert, that this strange land was once the same Earth he knew and loved. Preservation of humanity failed.
Damn you all to hell!
Rise of the Planet of the Apes weaves a tale that actually shows us how a species that's just stoked to have opposable thumbs can take on people with guns and helicopters. The premise may sound a little silly, but in the context of the film, it's surprisingly believable. Okay, enough recap. Let's just get to it. Is the film worth checking out? Yes. Yes, it is. The movie effectively uses motion capture technology to create a very humanized ape that serves as the film's main character, and his name is Caesar. Caesar is easily the most compelling cinematic creation I've seen all summer. He's brought to life by Andy Serkis, the same actor that played Gollum in the Lord of the Rings movies. It's an outstanding performance. I hope he gets Oscar consideration. He certainly deserves it. Basically, Caesar's been juiced with a special type of drug that's meant to cure Alzheimer's disease. This is where the fiction part of the whole science fiction thing really kicks in. The effects of the drug are staggering. They make Caesar considerably smarter than your average ape. We see that he can draw, feed himself, and communicate using sign language in one of the more adorable montages I've seen in a while. What helps make Caesar such a memorable character is his transformation from impish child to a sentient adult over the course of the film. It really makes you grow fond of the little guy. The fancy word for this process is anthropomorphism. Words are fun. Of course, we wouldn't have a movie if it was all hugs and smooches. At one key point in the film, Caesar leaps to the defense of a family member and demonstrates just how vicious he can be once he's provoked.
What are you gonna do with you? I'm not going to stay right there!
From that point forward, the film plays out like a prison break film, but in this case, the inmates are apes. And our revolutionary is Caesar. He's kind of the film's Che Guevara, or Ape Guevara, as it were. The portions of the film that are placed in this cage prison setting have a great deal of dramatic heft. The only thing that could have given the film more gravitas would be a voiceover by Morgan Freeman.
I'm Morgan Freeman.
At that point, all of the apes you see in the film assume personalities of their own and take center stage as the most engaging aspect of the film. The digital effects company that worked on these characters is known as Weta Digital. They're the same guys that worked on Avatar. They created so many nuanced movements and facial expressions for these characters that it actually makes you care about the digital creations on screen. It's pretty cool. I haven't really said anything about the actual people in the film. That's largely because they don't really matter here. They're just plot devices used to keep the movie going. James Franco, Frida Pinto, Brian Cox, and the dude that played Draco Malfoy from the Harry Potter movies all show up. James Franco is the best out of the bunch, largely because he has the most screen time. But they all do their jobs well. But what really makes this film so intriguing as a whole is its ability to act as a standalone film for people new to the franchise. It's positively littered with nods to the original Planet of the Apes. Some are more subtle than others. You'll definitely notice them if you're familiar with the franchise. But it can be just as entertaining for people who are completely foreign to the franchise's previous installments. The action scenes are intense. So many ape-related beatdowns. The story is compelling, and the best performance in the film comes from a motion capture creation. It's a total blast. That's why I highly recommend that you go see Rise of the Planet of the Apes.